Hello, grade 6, it's me again, Teacher Queen, and we are now on quarter 3, week 4, and we will be discussing about the representing quantities and solving problems. So in this lesson, you are expected to number 1, represents quantities in real-life situations using algebraic expressions and equations. Second, solves routine and non-routine problems involving different types of numerical expressions and equations such as 7 plus 9 equals blank plus 6. Let's first have a review from our previous lesson. What is an algebraic equation? What is an algebraic expression? So when we say algebraic equation, it is a mathematical sentence with an equal sign which shows that two expressions on either side are equal. When we say algebraic expression, it is a mathematical phrase that uses variables, numerals, and operation symbols. So let's take a look at this example. Arkin buys 5 boxes of face masks for 80 pesos each and 7 face shields at 6 pesos each. He gives the cashier a 1,000 peso bill. Write an expression for the total cost she buys and an equation for the amount of change she will receive. So we will going to use a variable to represent the price of each item. So again, what is a variable? So when we say variable, it is a letter from the alphabet that represents a value. So that can be from A to Z. So let M be the price of each box of face mask, which is 80 pesos. N be the price of each face shield, which is 6 pesos. And P be the amount of change. So, tatlong variables ang gagamitin natin dito. So, that will be M and N. So, now let us translate the phrases. From 5 boxes for 80 pesos each plus 7 face shield at 6 pesos each. So, this 5 boxes represents M, so therefore our translation for this is 5M and then the plus sign, and for the 7 face shield at 6 pesos each, so the variable we're going to use here is N, so therefore we have 7N. So our algebraic expression will be 5M plus 7N. So this represents the total cost of the 5 boxes for 80 pesos each and 7 face shields at 6 pesos each. So 1,000 pesos minus the total cost of each item or is the amount of change. So now if he gave a 1,000 peso bill, we will going to get how much change he will receive. So, from 1,000 minus, okay, the total cost of the item is the amount of change, that is the algebraic expression, 5M plus 7N. So, our algebraic expression for this will be 1,000 minus, close and open parentheses, 5M plus 7N is equal to P, which is the amount of change. Okay, so let's have another example. Arvin is a newly hired nurse in a private hospital in Bay Laguna. As a policy of the hospital, he should wear a PPE or the personal protective equipment. He was given a clothing allowance of 15,000 pesos. How many PPE can he buy using this amount? So the prices of PPE depends on its brand. So let us try to study the table of prices for the typical brands of PPE. So look at the table. We have the brand, the price per PPE, the equation, and of course, the number of PPE. So the brand A price is 1,500 pesos. So para mabili niya yung brand A, ang equation natin dyan will be from 15,000 pesos na clothing allowance niya, i-divide natin si 1,500. So, ang mabibili niyang number of PPE will be 10 pieces. Okay, so how about in brand B? So, the brand B's price is 1,000 pesos. So, kung yun ang bibilihin niya, we have to divide by, okay, 15,000 divided by 1,000. So, ang makukuha niyang number of PPE ay 15. Okay? How about brand C? So, the brand C is 750 pesos per piece. So, ang equation for that will be 15,000 divided by 750 pesos. So, ang kanyang mabibili dyan will be 20 pieces. Okay? And of course, the brand D, which is the cheapest, worth 500 pesos. So, kung i-divide natin siya by 15,000, so, ang mabibili niya dyan is 30 pieces. So, therefore, the number of PPE he can buy using 15,000's clothing allowance depends on the brand of PPE he prefers. So let us proceed to another problem. Mr. and Mrs. Hernandez own a laundry shop. They had 134 customers this week. This is 18 fewer than last week since it is pandemic. Write an algebraic equation for the number of customers they had last week. So we will going to find, or we're going to give the algebraic equation for this problem. So let's see with the number of customers they had last week. So we're going to translate 18 fewer than the number of customers last week is 134. So the translation for this will be C minus 18. So kung mapapansin ninyo, bakit nauna si C kaysa kay 18? Na supposedly pwede namang 18 minus C. Pero hindi po. Okay, so as you can see, ang ginamit nating phrases dito is the word fewer than. So kapag gumamit tayo ng greater than, less than, fewer than, okay, we will going to start the phrases after the word than. So, ano yung sumunod doon? The number of customers, which represents the variable C. So, we have C. And then, fewer means mas mababa. So, ang gagamitin nating operation is minus. And of course, we have 18. So, we have C minus 18. And then, is represents equals, and then we have 134. So our algebraic expression or equation for this problem is C minus 18 equals 134. Okay, so let us solve the equation. So since nakuha na natin yung algebraic equation, we are now ready to find what is asked in the problem. Okay, so therefore, we have C minus 18 is equal to 134. So what is the first step here? We will going to apply the additive inverse method. So paano po ba yung additive inverse method? So we will going to eliminate, okay, the negative 18. So anong gagawin natin? We will going to add positive 18 or plus 18 to both sides of the equation. So we have C minus 18 plus 18 is equal to 134 plus 18. So since negative 18 plus 18 is 0, therefore we have C is equal to 134 plus 18. The answer will become 152. So therefore, they had 152 customers last week. Okay, so let us study the 4 basic rules for solving an equation. So how are we going to solve an equation? Let's start with number 1, addition property of equality. So what is the rule here? If the same quantity is added to both sides of an equation, the resulting equation is equivalent to the original equation. Okay, so yung parang yung sample natin kanina. nag-add tayo ng 18 sa left side and then nag-add din tayo ng 18 sa right side. So, yung resulting equation natin ay hindi magbabago. Same pa rin siya sa original equation. Okay, so let's have an example. X minus 6 is equal to 16. So, paano natin makukuha yung value ng x dito? So, i-apply natin ulit yung additive inverse method. So, we're going to add 6 to both sides. Bakit tayo mag-add? Kasi, ang given dito is negative 6. So, ano ba yung kabaliktaran ng negative 6? So, that is positive 6. Kaya tayo mag-add. Kaya ang sabi dito ay addition property of equality. So, we have x minus 6 plus 6 is equal to 16 plus 6. So, since negative 6 plus 6 is equal to 0, eliminated na ngayon si negative 6. Ang natira na lang dito ay x. So, the answer here, or the value of x here now, is x is equal to 16 plus 6 is 22. Okay, so let's have the second basic rule, which is the subtraction property of equality. So, what is the rule here? If the same quantity is subtracted from both sides, the resulting equation is equivalent to the original. Okay, same siya as the addition property of equality. Okay, so let's have an example. X plus 6 is equal to 16. So, what is the first step here? So, we will going to subtract the both sides by 6. Bakit kaya hindi tayo pwedeng mag-add, mag-multiply? Bakit kaya subtract? Kasi, ang constant ng x dito is positive 6. So, ano yung kabaliktaran ng positive 6? So, that is negative 6. Kaya tayo mag-subtract. So, we have x plus 6 minus 6 is equal to 16 minus 6. So, since 6 minus 6 is equal to 0, cancelled na po, or cancelled na si positive 6. So, ang natira na lang dyan ay x. So, the value of x now here is x is equal to 16 minus 6. The answer is 10. Okay, so let's have the third rule, which is the multiplication property of equality. So, it states here that if both sides of an equation are multiplied by the same non-zero quantity, the resulting equation is equivalent to the original equation. So, let's have an example. Okay, so we have x divided by 5 is equal to 15. So, remember, kung meron tayong fraction, that is also equivalent to division. So, that's why we have x divided by 5 is equal to 15. So, using the multiplication property of equality, we will going to multiply both sides by 5. So, para din siyang addition and subtraction. So, kanina, kung addition yung nandun sa left side, ang gagamitin nating method will be the negative. So, kung negative naman siya, magiging positive. So, ganun din sa multiplication. So, kung division siya, division ang ginamit natin dito sa given problem, so we are going to have the other side or kabaliktaran, that is multiplication. So that's why we're going to multiply it by 5. So we have now 5 times x over 5 is equal to 15 times 5. So kung mapapansin nyo, gumamit tayo ng another symbol ng multiplication. So, pwede siyang through parenthesis, pwede rin siyang sa tuldok or period, or mismo yung plus sign ng times. Okay, so we have 2, okay, cancel the 5. So, ang natitira na lang dito ay x. So, we have 15 times 5. The answer is, okay, we have 75. So, the answer there is x is equal to 75. Okay, so let's have the last basic rule for solving an equation, and that is division property of equality. So the rule here is if both sides of an equation are divided by the same non-zero quantity, the resulting equation is equivalent to the original equation. So here is an example. So 5x is equal to 15. So here, 5x is considered as 5 times x. So pag pinagtabi kasi natin ang numeral and a variable, that is considered, or the symbol or the operation that we're going to use here is multiplication. So since multiplication yung given sa original equation, i-divide na natin siya by 5. Okay? So kanina dun sa number 3, multiplication yung original equation, nag-divide naman tayo dun sa resulting equation. Okay, so we have, 5x divided by 5 is equal to 15 divided by 5. So to get this one, we have to cancel, or we're going to use the cancellation method. So ang natira na lang dyan ay x, because 5 divided by 5 is 1. So hindi na natin kailangang ilagay si 1, kasi x is considered 1 value. Okay, so we have 15 divided by 5. The answer there will be, x is equal to 3. Okay, so let's practice. Let's try to translate the following, or let's solve the following equation. Okay, so we have, I am 6 years older than twice the age of my youngest sister. If I were 66 years old, how old is my youngest sister? Okay, so let x be her youngest sister's age. So what will be our algebraic equation here? So we will have 6 plus 2x is equal to 66. So paasa natin nakuha yung algebraic equation na yan. So we have here 6, that is because of the 6 years given. And then where did we get the word plus? Okay, it's because by the word older than, and then 2x meaning twice. Okay, twice means 2. So since the given here is the age of the youngest sister, so that we have x. So kaya siya 2x, and then is equal to 66. Okay, so now let's have the equation and let's try to solve. So 6 plus 2x is equal to 66. So the first step here is we will going to apply the subtraction property of equality. Okay, bakit subtraction? Kasi 6 is considered a positive 6. So gagamitan natin siya ng, or magsusubtract tayo ng 6. So we have here negative 6 plus 6 plus 2x is equal to 66 minus 6. So we're going to cancel now negative 6 plus 6, that is 0. So we have here as 2x is equal to 66 minus 6 is 60. So after nun, okay, we will going to use the division property of equality. So we will going to divide it by 2. Bakit? Kasi diba, ang 2x is considered multiplication. So gagamitin natin siya ng division, which is divided by 2 para ma-cancel out si 2. So, ika-cancel natin siya. Parang matitira na lang dyan ay x. So, we have now 2 divided by 2 is 1. So, that is considered x. And then, 60 divided by 2 is 30. So, the value of x here is 30. So, how old is my youngest sister? So, it is, okay, her youngest sister is 30 years old. So let's have your activities for this week. Okay, so let's do the learning task 1, and all we have to do here is to translate the following into equation, then solve. So let us try to answer number 1. Okay, so the given problem here is if twice a number is increased by 11, the result is 35. What is the number? So what are we going to do here is to translate first in this one into an algebraic equation. So let's try with Okay, thrice means 3. Okay, and then a number, so pwede tayong gumamit ng variable as x. So thrice a number is 3x. And then increase, that means plus. And then 11, of course. Okay, and the result is, okay, that of course is equal sign, and then 35. So our equation here will be 3x plus 11 equals 35. So the first step here is that we're going to apply the subtraction property of equality. So we have here 3x, okay, plus 11 minus 11 equals 35 minus 11. Okay, that's it. So we're going now to subtract positive 11 minus 11. So therefore, that is 0. So ang natira na lang dito ay 3x. Okay, so we have 35 minus 11. So that is 24. Okay, so the next step is we're going to apply here the division property of equality. So we will going to divide both sides by 3. Okay, that's it. So we're going to use the cancellation method. So we have 3 divided by 3, that will become x. Okay, and then 24 divided by 3, that will become 8. So the value of x is 8. Okay, so let's have the learning task 2. So all you have to do here is to solve the following equation using the 4 basic rule in solving. So we will answer number 1 as an example. Okay, so let us answer number 1. 2x plus 4 is equal to 16. So the first step to do is to use the subtraction property of equality. So that will become 2x plus 4, okay, minus 4 is equal to, okay, 16. Ganda ng 6 ko. Okay, 16 minus 4. Okay, so let us subtract. So 4, positive 4 minus 4, the answer there is 0. So ang natira na lang dyan ay 2x. Okay, so we have 16 minus 4, the answer there is 12. Okay, so the next step here is we're going to use the division property of equality, and that will be divided by 2 in both sides. So let's do the cancellation. Okay, so 2 divided by 2 is 1. So ang natira na lang natin dyan ay x. So 12 divided by 2, the answer there is 6. So the value of x is 6. Learning task 3. So all you have to do is to translate each problem into a mathematical equation, then solve. So let's do number 1. So let's have this one. So my age is 2 less than twice my sister's age. So dahil gumamit tayo ng less than, so unahin natin yung twice. So we have here as 2. Okay, so the variable here can be x, so 2x, twice my sister's age, and then less than, of course, the subtraction, and then 2. And then equal sign by 24. Okay, that's it. So the first step to do is, so since ang original equation natin ay subtraction, so gagamitin natin ang addition property of equality. So we have here 2x minus 2 plus, okay, 2 is equal to 24, okay, plus 2. 2 plus 2 is equal to 0. So, ang natira natin dyan ay 2x. Okay, and then 24 plus 2, we have 26. Okay, so let's have the second or the next step. We're going to apply the division property of equality. So, we're going to divide both sides by 2. Okay, so let's cancel. Okay, the 2. So, we have x. And then 26 divided by 2. The answer there is 13. Okay, that's the final answer. Okay, for learning task 4, so you're going to write an equation for each problem, then solve it. So I'm giving you the floor to answer this one. So if you have any questions regarding with this video lessons, just comment down below. So that's it for today. I hope you learned something in this video. Thank you for watching and see you all next week. Bye!